Hello everybody, it's the Warhipster here, back again with another episode, or another chapter I should say. I think I do that every single month, of the Tale of Many Warhipsters. It is chapter 4. It is very, very exciting. It's true. It's here, everybody. We're a little bit late, due to some technical and geopolitical issues that we're not going to go into on this particular video. But I am, of course, joined as always by Mr. ADR Wargaming. Say hello, Adam.
Hello, Adam.
And we are also joined by Mr. Reza Prime. Say hello, Rich.
Hello, Rich.
Thank you very much, guys. Stealing comedy from the immortal Winter's SEO now. That's what we're doing. Are you excited for today's Tale of Many Warhipsters? Because I know I am.
I'm very excited to see what everybody's been working on.
It's been a hella productive month.
Yeah, I'll be interested because I've not done much, and I was partly the cause of certain geopolitical issues, which we won't go into. So I've been away for a little while, so I am living vicariously through the hobby of others.
Just to clarify for any law enforcement agencies that are watching, Adam was just on holiday in Canada. That's all.
Yeah, that was all it was. And it turns out a 5-hour time difference is it makes it quite difficult to actually do a recording. So yeah, we are delayed. So apologies for all of you who sent your miniatures in on time, and then I delayed the recording of this fine production. But we're here now, and we're going to do it, and we're excited.
We are. So shall we delay no further and jump straight in?
Onwards.
Let's do that. All right, so here we go then. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's the Tale of Many Warhipsters, Chapter 4. Here we go.
Here we go.
So here we have it then. Richard, as per usual, you are kicking us off. I know you don't like me doing this, and that's why I do it. You always start us off as we mean to go on. So Richard, please talk us through what you did in the Tale of Many Warhipsters, Chapter 4.
So it's only one picture for me this month. However, apart from I think like 2 Dread Knights, I painted a whole Grey Knight army.
Just one picture, just one picture.
So everything in there apart from 2 of the Dread Knights I painted. So there's my conversion of Drago standing at the front, which is the Indomitus captain. I chopped up his shield a bit, added some extra purity seals and some Grey Knight bits on there, like some skulls and demon heads and some books, because the Grey Knight loves a book. And yeah, the lovely arcane magic bases that I've watched your tutorial to do.
I heard you'd come up with them all by himself.
Yeah, I did. It was all my idea. Yeah, looking all splendid and great there. There's something like, I don't know, like 20 Inceptors, 20 Strike team members, and yeah, a Rhino, a Librarian, a Captain, and 3 Dread Knights, all painted for LGT, and that was the army I took to LGT. So yeah, it wasn't the hardest army to paint because it is literally just grey, but it's a lot of dry brushing. Then it's just going around picking up details afterwards. It got a bit mind-numbingly boring towards the end because it's just literally just silver everywhere. But yeah, I'm quite happy how it turned out.
It looks really good.
It looked quite good, I think.
Yeah, man, it looks awesome.
Yeah,
it looks really, really good. It's cool you managed to get the whole army together for LGT. That's pretty impressive, to be honest. So yeah, no, I love it. I think it looks awesome, man.
Yeah, no, you've done an absolutely cracking job. It does look great. It's it's never easy to paint 2,000 points of an army.
Yeah.
In fact, before we started recording tonight, you were saying, weren't you, Rich, that some people never even finish a 2,000 point army. So to do it in such a short amount of time, you've done an absolutely cracking job on that one.
Yeah, now I need to paint 10 more Inceptors for Goonhammer, and I've got a week to do that, but I've been putting it off. I've actually done like 0 painting since LGT. I've actually pretty much done no hobby since LGT. I kind of was all hobbied out, so I need to get back on the hobby bike.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Pedal away.
Well,
yeah,
a grand tournament like that, it is kind of like it's a splurge of hobby, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like a highly concentrated dose of hobby that you can dine out on for. It's kind of like, if you take paracetamol every day and then suddenly on a weekend you get given morphine, you don't really need paracetamol for a couple of weeks, do you?
That's
It's a hell of an analogy. I like it.
It's like the Wargamers Olympics, right? You build up to it, you do it, and then you have a little bit of a holiday afterwards.
Yeah.
You're done for a wee while afterwards, yeah.
Rich, you are the Emma Raducanu of the LGT, except that you didn't win.
I'd have to have won it, and then it probably would have been a bigger surprise.
Go on, beaten.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic work. Did you enjoy it?
Enjoy LGT?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. It's great to hang out with like Adam and the rest of the guys and meet all the people in the community. I met so many amazing people, and it was really good to put so many faces to names, and just hang around with all these people. Especially like people come up to me and be like, "Hi, Reza," and I'm like, "Hello, who are you?" Or "Hi, Rich," and I'm like, "Who are you?" So, and it's from doing stuff like this that I've been able to meet so many people. So I definitely think the community bit was. Meeting the community was my favourite part, and just hanging around with people. And I didn't do too bad in the games either. They went okay. So
I've heard the consistent feedback from all 500 plus players was that the tournament was terrible because I wasn't there, and I was really touched by that.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true. It's 100% true.
I got an individual message from every single person there, just being like, "Yeah, I had fun, man, but you weren't there, so the whole thing sucked."
It just lacks something,
Just lacked a certain amount of 5 out of 10 painting.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I was planning this. I was planning to ask a question today around which was your favourite tournament, Goonhammer Open or the LGT. Now, we haven't been to the Goonhammer yet, and this video.
I'll give you answer now, Goonhammer, because you're there. There you go.
Well, I mean. Yeah. Yeah, that will be the consistent feedback from all 124 plus players was that this tournament was better because the Warhipster was here and he graced us with his beardy charms. But no, I'm really looking forward to seeing your army in person because I watched you descend into madness. Are you going to hide it? Are you?
It's going to be hiding in a warp.
That's fair enough.
Hidden on time. Well, once you see it, he has to kill you.
Yeah,
that's how the Grey Knights work.
Good point.
In fact, anyone watching this video, it's like The Ring. Rich will crawl through your television within 7 days, and that's it. You're done.
There's worse things to have crawl through your television than me. I'm very lovable.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I'll bring my blanket.
I like the idea that with armies where people who really get into playing them in the background and all that kind of stuff. I like the idea that a Grey Knights player, before they play a game, they have to recite all 666 rites of banishment, which actually takes up, the 2 hours and 30 minutes of the game beforehand. Is that something you're going to be doing at the Goonhammer Open, Rich?
I don't think I know 600 words. I can give it a go, Josh. If I get taken to a mental hospital because someone's like, he's just saying those random words in the corner, then you have to come break me up.
But
if there's 666 of them, you've got to run out of good ones after a while, right? by about 300, they're just, when they're rites of banishment, they're just, go away, get out of here,
leave town,
stop being naughty.
This dimension ain't big enough for the both of us, pal, buddy.
You're going downtown. Yeah. No. Right. Are we ready to move on? Shall we move on, Rich?
Yes. I think we've spoken enough about my one slide.
Okay. We'll go on to. We'll go on then. So next up, we have, as is tradition, we have Mr. ADR Wargaming with every miniature ever, and shock horror for all those who've been following the tale of many Warhipsters from 4 months ago.
I knew you'd give me shit about this.
He said that he would finish them, and he has.
And I have.
Mate, they look amazing.
The Trueborn.
Yeah, they look incredible.
Oh, cheers, man. That's very kind of you. I actually haven't had much time to do much hobby, believe it or not, recently, just because I've been so damn busy. So, but I said to Josh I would finish the Trueborn, and I finished them. And I think they came out looking quite nice, actually. Mr. Whippy and the BDSM Patrol, as I called them on Instagram. But yeah, just your bog standard Cabalite Trueborn, pretty standard loadout. They've got the two blasters and the what's it called, Dark Lance, which is sort of in there somewhere. I think you can just see it on the sort of right hand side of the picture. So yeah, managed to get the Trueborn finished, which is another cog in the Drukhari slowly coming together. This page is a bit of a meta page, isn't it? I feel bad. People are going to give me some abuse over this, which is probably partly justified. The Drukhari are slowly coming together. I'm not taking them to sort of tournaments anytime soon, but putting them together, and I thought they came out quite nicely with the red and the black.
Yeah, the red and black looks really, really nice. I like it.
Yeah, they look really evil.
Yeah, it's kind of what I was going for. I was leaning into the whole, Chimera nastiness, sort of torturers. I mean, they do all have skin cloaks as well, right? Or skin loincloths, which I painted as such. So yeah, I thought that was quite fun. I mean, I suppose they don't have to be skin; you can paint them as just material. But I thought it might be quite fun if they were all had little kind of skin items that they had taken from some unfortunate denizens of the universe who'd been taken back to the Dark City.
It's very on brand.
So hopefully Drukhari fans will approve. The helmets actually are Gehenna's Gold, and it came out. I think it's Gehenna's Gold. Yeah, I'm almost certain it is. And they came out really nicely with that kind of orangey. I'm really happy with how they came out with that kind of orangey
like
finish.
A big visor.
They look a lot like they look a lot like kind of the when the astronauts have their like sun visor thing that they put over the front of theirs down, and it's that kind of classic orange. So I quite orangey gold. I really like that. I think it gives it kind of good effect, and again it makes them stand out from the regular Cabalites who all have the pointy helmets.
Yeah, no, I really like it. Like Gehenna's Gold is a paint that I very rarely use, if ever, because it used to be
same.
The old. There was a time where the recommended recipe for painting Second Company Ultramarines was using Balthazar Gold and then highlighting it with Gehenna's Gold.
That comes in the starter boxes.
Yeah, in the old 7th edition. The old 7th edition one, and then Retributor Armour came out, and it's just like, yeah, probably use that.
Yeah, I think this will do a better job.
Because that's much better. You've also got a Sagittarii Marshall there.
Yes, Sagittarii Marshall. He's just a little addition to the AdMech. He's a cool little model. I've had him a little while. I just hadn't put him together and got him painted. And I tried to go kind of quite simple, I guess, on this guy. So with the kind of majority of it was done in lead belcher. For most of the mechanical parts, with kind of what was the one you just said? Balthazar Gold. So a lot of like Balthazar Gold kind of just little edging on like the shoulder plates, and then Retributor on other parts just to really pick them out. So mostly metallics, to be honest, and then contrast on the cabling as well, and the sort of the blue cloak he's wearing, or the coat, I guess the great coat that he's wearing is Stegodon Scale Green, I think it's called, and then a Sotek green little like highlight on the edge of it, just to give it some extra pizzazz. And yeah, again, I think he's come out quite nicely. He's quite kind of like Blanchitsu, I guess. I've kind of given him a bit of dry brush, or tried to, and he's a cool little model with his flying servo skull that I imagine that just allows him to tune into the radio, really.
He looks grimy and grumpy.
Yeah, that's what I was going for. I feared he wouldn't be a happy chappy.
No, they rarely are, the Sagittarii.
That's really he's got a clock on his leg.
Yeah, he's got this like, I don't actually know quite what it's supposed to be, but he's got this like little dial thing. So I sort of did one of the hands in red. So yeah, maybe he's just got a clock. He's got like a big pocket watch.
Well, I always think of those things as pressure gauges.
Yeah, they look a lot like pressure gauges, don't they?
Like, remember, there's barely any organic components to the Sagittarii at this point.
That's true, yeah.
Particularly
especially for the Marshall.
Yeah. Like, as far as I can tell, I think only his right arm and probably his head.
Yeah,
is organic
right
still.
Arm and head, yeah. Yeah, probably.
Maybe the leg, but probably not. No, excellent stuff. You've got more slides as well.
Oh yes, yeah. I've got a few more bits and bobs. And these ones aren't actually finished, so this is a bit cheeky because I haven't done the bases, because these are going to be the same arcane bases as we saw on Rich's wonderful Grey Knights. I just didn't get a chance to finish them before I was going on holiday before I had to leave. But these are my Dusty Boys. These are the Rubric Marines, and they're quite cool. They're in a metallic kind of blue-green finish, so not the sort of traditional way, I guess, of doing the Thousand Suns, but I think they've come out. I mean, obviously I'm biased, but I think they come out really quite nicely, and I actually quite like the sort of darker, the way the yellow comes out kind of dark against the metallic blue or metallic green, depending on what light it's under.
Yeah.
They're I'm quite happy with them so far. I'll be happy once I put some bases or finish the basing on them. So maybe I'll submit another picture when they've got the Arcane Wastelands bases on them.
It's a really cracking scheme you came up with there, Rich. For the bases. I agree. It's different, which is always good. It's different but the same. Again, it's more grimy and grumpy, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, what I like about the metallic finish as well is it is kind of, as I say, because it's what it is Rune Lord Brass as the spray, as the base, basically, with Achillean green over the top. And I love Achillean green. I think it's a fantastic colour anyway. But what's quite nice about it is, as I say, under some lights, it looks much more kind of blue, so much more the traditional, Thousand Suns, not quite as bright, obviously, because it's over a dark metallic, but the sort of Thousand Suns blue colour. But then under other lights, it looks kind of green. And I really like that, because it's that sort of Zinchian turquoise mix, where it's never quite one thing or the other, depending on how you look at it.
Some might say it changes.
Ah, yes. I see what you did there.
Do you get it? Change, like the Lord of Change.
Yeah. Do
you get it, though?
A Lord of Change. Are we gonna? Is someone done a Lord of Change? I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe we'll see one later. Maybe
the Lord of Change is the person who, looks after all the petty cash at a car boot sale.
Yeah.
That was my job.
When the Thousand Suns are attending.
Yeah. You've got one more.
You are the Lord of Change. This is more of them. Additional Dusty Boys. So these guys have the warp flamers on them, because I thought it would be quite fun to have a squad of guys with bird-headed flame weapons, which dole out a lot of attacks. Oh really? You have at LGT?
Yeah, they hurt me.
Yeah. So they're quite fun. So there we go. When we have our game, I can do it again, hopefully.
Give you some flashbacks. No, again, you've done a really cool job. Is that flame?
Thanks, man.
The red thing on the right, is that part of one of the? Is that a standard or something?
Yeah. So that's an icon of flame. So I've used it for two reasons. One, because each time you include one, it gives you can include one per squad, and it gives you Cabal points, which are the things you can spend to kind of do stuff while you're casting your psychic powers, and make them go off automatically, and do other things with them. You can generate CP. Those are cool stuff you can do. So they give you extra Cabal points for having those. I think it's one extra per squad. And also, just as a neat way of denoting the squad, so the guy on the previous slide, you may have noticed, has basically a greeny yellow flames on his icon of flame. This guy has dark red, reddish purple flames, again, just to distinguish them.
That's cool. That is a good way of doing it. Yeah. No, I like that. No, that's awesome. Thank you very much for sharing that with us, Adam.
No worries. Hopefully I'll have something a bit more cogent next time, but who knows?
And I can see an Araman in the background there, which is exciting.
Yeah. You can see him sort of hovering ominously.
Yeah, that's cool. I like it a lot. Right, shall we move on?
Yes. Yeah. Let's see what other people have done.
Yes, here we go. It's our favourite time. It's time for you guys at home. Well, we're all at home, but Next up, we have A to the 40k homeboy. We have Alex. Alex is he's sent a little bit of text through for us saying, how do, my guy? And here we are. It's time for the next tale, and I can't wait to see what has been submitted. Everyone's work blows me away every time. Big shout out to everyone in the community, and also to you for bringing us all together. It's awesome. You are very welcome, my friend. This month, for your viewing pleasure, I have served up some minis from the Song of He did actually send me a spelling correction, so I'm not going to read out his mistake. From the Song of Ice and Fire tabletop game. He did send that through as a spelling correction. And I was just going to read it, but yeah, anyway. For those who may not know, because they know nothing, this is Jon Snow and Ghost. Man, you forget that painting white is difficult, but then you pile painting black on top of that as well. Why am I like this? We have blue black, we have brown black, we have grey black, and yes, there is a little green black in there as well. Not that it's massively noticeable, because it's all supposed to read as black. Ah, the mini painter's life. At least when the new Black Templars box arrives, I'll have plenty of tricks up my sleeve for keeping the armour interesting. All that messing around aside, these were a joy to paint because I'm a huge fanboy of the Night's Watch and the overall franchise. I also got to play with some basing materials I've never used for the first time on these guys. We've got some Valhalla Blizzard on there, some Deadland Tufts from the Army Painter, and also some dope-ass Melting Snowflock from Warlord Games. I'm super looking forward to playing the game and warring across Westeros, even though I should be at the wall. The mechanics look really tasty, and if I can beat down some Lannisters, then I'm stoked. We do have a second part to this, but let's just bask in Jon Snow and Ghost.
Jon Snow.
I've always been really interested in these miniatures, and they look amazing. He's done a brilliant job.
They do really good. They look amazing. The snow as well. The detail on the fur is fantastic.
Yeah, Ghost just fits in so perfectly.
Yeah.
No, for sure. I like as well that it's like healthy Ghost. It's not Ghost post the Battle for Winterfell.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and you can see he's got the red eyes.
Yeah. Nah, it's really cool. I'm very, very interested by the Song of Ice and Fire tabletop game. I think as a range, the models are beautiful. Like all of the line troops, they're really cool.
Yeah.
Particularly, like the Lannisters and stuff. They are, it's golden red. I'm a big fan of golden.
Why
red.
are you apologizing?
Yeah,
you're allowed to like.
Yeah, no. I honestly, I don't know anything about how the game works, but the miniatures do look really, really cool.
Yeah, no, you've done a fab job, and yeah, you can make out that there are those different black shades on there.
You can see it. You can see it in the cloak, especially. Like, it looks really good.
No, 100%. Couldn't agree more. I'll show you his second part. He has a Canoness, which is very, very cool. I'm just going to read out what he said about it. So, secondly, we have my Sisters of Battle test scheme, which I tried out on this Canoness. I'm really pleased with it. I was going for a muted wood elf in autumn vibe, and I feel like I managed to hit it. As you may recall from last month's Sisters of Silence models, I'm fully into painting textures at the moment, which I went all out on again on this lady's robe. Hopefully it reads as leather to you guys, because that's what I was aiming for, and looking at it in real life fills me with joy. I was shooting for a sort of antique-y, almost mossy vibe with the metallics to fit the vibe, which I hope comes across. I wanted them to look naturally aged as well as aged by the environment. I'm looking forward to seeing how the scheme will translate across the whole army. It's a work in progress, but hopefully it'll be epic. Now I've just got to learn how to seal that glorious flock down to the base. Wish me luck, and please don't zoom in on her face. Laugh my ass off. Yeah, it does read as leather, and it reads as a very definitely. Kind of, it reads quite a supple leather. That's how I'm seeing it. Like, a really, like, if you ever get if you have a leather jacket that you've had for a long time and you've worn a lot, it loses a lot of its stiffness, and it becomes quite quite nice to wear. They definitely read like that. It's fantastic. That texture is excellent.
Yeah, I really like the kind of emerald green on the armor as well. It's like a deep kind of, as I say, like a deep emerald or maybe deep jade color.
Yeah,
maybe
green
not jade. Maybe it's
great.
Not as bright. Yeah, green Sister's right. This one looks sort of as A to the Fork Homeboy says, like, that kind of wood elf type vibe, which I really dig. You could paint them as Christmas sisters, and that'd just be weird. I don't know why someone would do that. Look at you, Rich. No, your ones. No, I'm kidding. Your ones look cool, man. I really, really like this scheme, and it also, even the metallics and the white on it and the kind of ivory, it looks aged in the right way.
When he said about antique, I very much get that from the sword. Yeah, I really like that, and then the base really helps it all. I like the flock. I've always been quite scared. Yeah, I've been quite worried to try out flock because I feel like it would just go everywhere.
Yeah. No, I really like it. It's to say, it's very thematic for this time of year as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
He just went into the garden, picked up some stuff, put it on the base.
Weirdly, I look at it and I feel warm.
Yeah, I agree. It does. It has that kind of like the season is changing kind of vibe. She's not actually gesturing for a battle. She's like, "Can we get that fire going, please? Come on, who's got the marshmallows?"
Or she's going, "Look, over yonder, an evergreen tree. You know why they're called evergreen."
Yeah.
She's giving a tour around the Westernburt Arboretum. No, I like it. I like it a lot. No, it's really cool. Thank you very much, Alex. Right.
Yeah, cheers, Alex.
Shall we move on?
Mm-hmm.
Next up, we have a PowerPoint.
Ooh.
So, Andrew Easter, otherwise known as Flashman Andy, he sent me through. So, do you remember last month when there was a bunch of he sent through a bunch of stuff, and there was a bunch of stuff that was missing.
Yeah.
He sent through the stuff that was missing, and then he also sent through the stuff that he's also done, and he sent it through in a fun PowerPoint for us to
excellent.
look at. So I've just included it in its entirety. So we're going to start now. So we start here with
the misplaced email.
Yes, a fortress needing some redemption. The full frontal nudity shot.
Scandalous.
This is scandalous, right? So then we have the Fortress of Redemption, and it looks absolutely fabulous.
Yeah, it's looking really cool.
And again, massive piece of kit, and the fact that you've done it with contrast, I tip my hat to you, sir. It just looks cracking. I would be happy to blow it up any day of the week.
I'll overrun it.
No, it looks awesome. It looks really good.
Yeah, no, definitely. Great work. But we have more new stuff. We have Bloodied Rose, Battle Sisters, and one heroic Imagifier. Brooding Brothers, Head Swapperama, and the Cuddly Locust awaiting better rules. Here we go. So,
I like it.
Again,
I like the flowers on the bases as well. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, ties it in.
Yeah, I mean, typically, like, it's weird. Like, a red rose next to a red armored miniature wouldn't really work, but these it really does.
I'm also a big fan of including a different colour on the inside of the cloak than to the outside, because I do that.
And with Bloody Rose, it is white and black, isn't it? So
yeah.
It's never easy to do. White on the inside of a cloak, never easy to do. So well done. Next up, we have Warhipster Tells Tales Chapter 4. This is the stuff that he's painted for this month. So, the story of how I badgered a poor man to release a painting tutorial to early access so I could give up a week of my life painting a 1-hour video. It took 2 days to get to 20 minutes in the video, but he has done the Gnash Tooth, the kill boss on Greta Gnash Tooth.
I'd say worth it though. It looks awesome.
Oh yeah,
it's another one of those things where I open it up and I go, "How did he get my Greater Gnash Tooth?" I don't remember him coming here and taking it, and then I look in the cabinet. Like this one, I actually got up and went and checked that it's still in the cabinet. It is, but like, yeah, man, you've done a really cracking job on it. It looks
How terrifying the face is.
Mysteriously pilfered.
Yeah.
But also the transition on the body at the back, right? Like the transition from the dark skin to the sort of lighter skin of the sort of, I guess, underbelly and the front of the legs. Like that's so good.
No, wholeheartedly.
I mean, it's testament to your tutorial, mate. I mean, obviously, to Andy's painting skills, obviously, but like it is testament to your tutorials that people can go out there and get these sort of effects.
Definitely. My favourite part is when I was doing it as well, but is the banner that hangs off the back, and it's the blend that the box art asks for. It's the blend from the top to about halfway down the top bit of skin, and then the slightly darkened hand as well, that hangs off at the bottom, and then of course you've got that kind of violent scarred rune that's been carved into the skin pelt banner, which is you've just executed that so perfectly well, and really, really proud of it. It's really cracking.
Yeah, it looks amazing, man.
Yeah, definitely.
I need to actually. I'd be interested to know where Andy, if you're watching, let us know or let me know on Instagram. Maybe just DM me where you get those flowers from because they're quite cool. Might like to put them on some of my bases as well.
Yeah, we should all be putting more flowers on our bases. Next up, we have this week's Imperial theme for my actual Tales army is P for penance. Painting them was torturous as everything kept breaking off. He painted those seraphim on my birthday stream whilst I was doing that. Okay. So we've got more sisters. We've got Arcoflagellants. We've got sisters.
Yeah, we've got the kit here, haven't we? We've got the whole lot.
Is that sister?
The swords, the blue on the swords.
Yeah, that is a very electric blue. I love it.
Yeah.
Is that Amalia Novena? Is that the name of the?
That is Amalia Novena. That is Sister Superior Amalia Novena, and he's done a cracking job. Base is looking really good, and I like the little flowers as well. Picked out in pink. Yeah.
What's her story like? What is her?
She is Sister Superior of the Order of Our Martyred Lady. I don't quite. They released her as it's basically she's the artwork. There was some artwork from years ago. I can't remember who did it, but it's the kind of famous artwork of the Battle Sister, kind of stood there. I guess after a battle, she's got like a big scar down her face, but she's got like the blonde hair, the white hair, I should say, and it's kind of a classic piece of artwork. And I guess for that artwork, she was named. She's not like a named character or anything.
Oh, okay.
So I use her as a Sister Superior in my army. In fact, she normally leads a squad of Dominions. But yeah, she's got her bolter and a couple of grenades. She's just a cool looking model.
Yeah,
and cool. Andy's done a fantastic job. Little priest there as well with an eviscerator. In fact, I say little. He's the older priest model that you can still get from GW, I believe. And the Arcoflagellants are, I sympathise fully. I will say one thing. I sympathise fully. I'll say one thing aside from just admiring the painting. I sympathise fully with the whole stuff breaking off. Stuff breaking off sisters models is it's a perennial problem. And obviously, I think whether it's sisters or not, we are all of us in the hobby community aware of the horror that is Games Workshop flying bases that those Zephyrim, for example, have at the top. So I binned them all together, and I used a sort of column base that I was able to get from a supplier in the US. So I salute you, Andy, actually, for pressing on and persevering in using those flying bases, especially on the Zephyrim Superior, who's the one at the front, because she is carrying the big old banner, which can be a bit of a nightmare to balance, obviously. That's one of my favourite models in the entire Sisters range, actually, and she can be a bit of a nightmare to balance on anything when she's flying. So well done for doing it, and beautiful stuff. I mean, I always I have a bit of a soft spot for the Sisters, obviously. So great stuff.
Yeah, no, fabulous work, buddy. He's got even more.
Come on. Awesome.
These items have been nagging at me for 10 months, so I decided that a change from models to terrain would do me some good. By the 5th day, I regretted my life choices. So like an idiot, I batch painted them in bone.
Do you want to paint some terrain for me? Like, if I get a game table, my fiance's in the room and she's probably going to be looking at me like, yeah, she's shaking her head. If I get a gaming table at some point, do you fancy doing some terrain for me? Because I tell you what, you can knock out some good looking terrain, Andy. I'll tell you that now. Look at that. That's lovely.
It's fantastic, isn't it?
Especially in the bone. I mean,
that's really. I'm just amazed at how much he's done.
It's like this is. You know what as well with between the bone, the red and the green. It's like this is the house the Deathwing built.
Yeah, looks like a Deathwing castle.
Yeah.
And they paint them exactly the same colours as themselves, so that when they're walking around, they can't see each other.
They're minus one to hit.
Yeah, it all goes wrong. It all goes wrong when one of them walks into a wall and stacks it, and he's like, "Brother Calerius, I have fallen," and then they all just shoot him.
Fallen.
See what I did? See what I did there? That was a good bit of Dark Angels jokes. I'm here all week.
There's a bunch of Dark Angels players somewhere just being like, if I ever meet him, I swear
I'm gonna kill that guy. Well, look, I didn't do the normal thing, which I won't do fully now, where everybody, and I agree, is kind of it's like, you guys are chaos.
Yeah, no, that would be a sackable offence on this stream.
That would be.
That would
be a sackable offence.
That would be what it would be. He's
I'll
done even more.
Oh, come on, Andy. How? What?
But this one, I think, is the one that got Rich really excited the other day in Discord. So we have...
Really? Oh, yeah.
Oh, amazing. Everybody loves a train.
He's built a train.
I put some messages in Discord, didn't I? I kind of shouted at him.
You were like, send me a video of a train going through it.
Oh, that's well cool.
It looks really good. That must be custom built rocks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it must be. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know anything about model trains, although I think they're very cool. So yeah, I hope Andy send us some details. Like, what is this? Is this based on a particular? Are you running like a particular train on this, or are you going to run like, I don't know, just anything really?
Tank engine on it, and you've just made my childhood dream come true.
Put Thomas the Tank Engine on it. Yeah.
I always like the idea of playing Warhammer on a trains board.
Oh yeah, and then the trains become part of the fight.
Yeah.
Like if you get hit by a train, it's a mortal wound.
It's a Khorne Lord of Skulls, but it can only move on the track.
If at the point you roll the dice, the train blocks the line of sight for your models.
Oh yeah.
It immediately just hits the train and doesn't do anything.
If you roll a card and you have to land on the tracks.
Yeah.
That's really cool. No, that's awesome, man. That's really cool to see. I don't know how you get the time or the space, frankly, for all of this. This is amazing.
It's really
need
cool.
that hobby garage.
It's really, really cool.
Yeah.
This is what we all need. Is we need garages to build train boards.
Yeah, I did see a tweet the other day that I quite enjoyed, and it said, and I will make it broader, because it said, if you were a British man and you reach the age of like 36, you either pick a hobby, and I'm going to say, I'll broaden it. I think if you're just a British person and you reach the age of 36, you either have to pick a hobby, or an slightly unhealthy interest in like World War II is chosen for you. So your options are like Warhammer, model trains, golf, right? Andy, he's across all of it. He's got the Warhammer, he's got the model trains. He's going to pull out some bolt action miniatures next, you know what? And he's got Ice and Fire as well.
Yeah. No, it's dead cool.
Oh no, that was 80 of the 40k Homeboy. Sorry, yeah, no, but yeah, there's loads of it.
And I think there's one more slide.
You're having a laugh.
But I don't think this is. If I remember rightly, this is the happiest gift giving of 2021. Thank you, Mr. Warhipster, because Andy won a painted Astrid Thurger from me. So I painted her up, and that arrived, and I think he was very, very pleased with it. So I'm glad you like it, buddy.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Yeah, it's a beautiful looking model.
Yeah, I was when I was doing it, I was like, how is it the sisters have ended up with 4 centerpiece models?
Yeah.
Because they've got Morven, they've got the Triumph, they've got Astrid, and they've got Celestine. Yeah,
exactly.
What?
No, they've got some amazing. I mean, that's what I love about it. And they've just got some amazing sculpts. I will say the only problem with Astrid Thurger is she's a bit pants when it comes to actually using her on the tabletop. So you don't see her that often, which is a damn shame, because she is a really, really, really good looking model.
How hard was it to paint the folded part of the banner?
Which part?
That looks like it was
the bit at the bottom.
The bit, the fold, like where her arm is. That looks like it would just been a real pain.
It would be a pain if she was resting the banner on the ground, but she's not. She's holding it up.
Okay.
She's clutching it at an angle. So actually, it's quite easy to get under there and just do that little bit and then come round.
I was gonna say you're asking the Warhipster how he's gonna be like no difficulty at all. I simply waved my brush at it and.
Yeah, I just saw
magic.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Yeah. In fact, you can see the video on how to do this as of time of recording tonight.
Yeah.
I put the video out tonight.
Oh, did you?
This has also given me an idea, and I will discuss that idea with you guys after we are done recording. So I'm going to drop a little tidbit, and people watching this can go, "What's his idea?" I bet it's something moronic, but trust me, I think you'll like it. But yes, carry on.
Is it moronic?
Interesting. Right. Thank you very much, Andy. We are now going to move on. He has no more slides.
Oh,
His productivity
very
for this
productive.
month.
It's very
Well
productive.
done. Seriously though, well done. Yeah, well done, Andy. That's awesome, mate.
So next up, we have Mr. Boob.
Boom!
Oh, there's a logo now and everything. Now that's cool.
What do you remember?
Nice,
He said,
nice.
He's been messaging me these, and he's been working very hard on them.
He said last month that I finally got the logo done, and we were like, "Where
Logo,
is it?"
yeah.
And
Nice East India Company reference as well. I like it.
yeah, that's what I thought when I read it, and I was like, "Oh, that looks familiar in a good way." Like, you know what I mean? So he said, "Such amazing work last month from everyone, and this just makes me super excited for the overall outcome of the project, and can't wait to actually meet everyone and see these projects in person. Also, I'd like to add this is growing to be such a cool, helpful community that I'm very glad to be a part of." Back to a very, very busy work schedule this month, so very limited amount of hobby for me, but that has not stopped the might of the Praetorian Trading Company. Huzzah! He's done one more kit bash unit of Scions from the Necromunda gang. He's got the design of the PTC symbol, and he's also done some business cards, something to give to players that he plays against as a small bit of narrative fluff.
Oh, that's fantastic! What a great idea!
Which is really, really cool. I didn't include the picture because it was a slightly dodgy picture. Sorry, Mr. Boo. We do expect a little bit of quality from our photos on this one. No, I'm joking. I didn't put it in just because it was a slightly weird picture, and I thought you can get this on it. This is pretty much what the card looks like anyway.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
That honestly, that is a fantastic idea. Like something so simple. Brilliant. Nice one, Mr. Boob.
Yeah, 100%. Couldn't agree more. Here are his kit bash Scions.
Nice.
I'm impressed with the way he's holding them.
That is quite impressive. That's just one hand.
Yeah.
He's holding all six. No, I'm joking. No, there's a really cool little kit bash. Is some of that stuff? I mean, some of it looks like. I initially thought it was like acolyte neophyte hybrids, but I don't think I'm correct in that assumption.
No.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
The heads are Scions, right? The heads are Scion heads.
The heads are definitely Scion's heads. It was the legs that I was.
Yeah, because the legs do look like the Gene Stealer cult ones, don't they?
Yeah.
I don't know. You have to
It's
tell
a
us.
bit tell us, yeah.
You'll have to tell
Yeah.
us. I feel like
I
every
like-
month we give him homework. We always make him tell us stuff.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Sorry, buddy. I love this guy on the end as well with the big heavy guns. Like, "Ah!"
Try again, brag.
yeah.
No, it's cool. Is that a heavy stubber? It is a heavy stubber, right?
I think so. Yeah.
No, it's cool. I really like
If any
it.
one of us played guard, yeah.
Well, go on then, Rich. Tell us.
I don't
Yeah, you're our Imperial Guard expert. Me and Josh know nothing of the ways of these
it's a
Imperial
heavy,
Guardsmen.
it's a heavy stubber, yeah.
Clearly.
I also, you know what I also really like about these, the way that the like hotshot las guns are done almost like AK-47s. Like they're that sort of black metal, and then they have that wooden, the wooden front block.
The Dragonor.
Yeah. All of the old like Soviet weapons always have the sort of wooden front piece where the barrel comes out. So yeah, no, it looked really cool. Love it.
You need to do one of them in gold because they completed all the camouflages on it.
They've been grinding in shipment
Good
24/7, and
Yeah.
they've got a gold hotshot las gun.
That's the way to go.
Give it a bipod. All that extra attachments. No, really great stuff. Well done, Sean. Really, really great.
Nice.
Right, next up, we have what I think is I think it's the thing that everybody looks forward to. It is, of course, Mini Painter Meg.
Oh my word!
Oh,
Stop it! Come on now.
Yes. With the great white tiger shark squig.
That is really cool. That is just very cool.
I don't have a lot to say. It's.
just look at the pattern.
I know.
Like,
You
how?
know what? It's just taking the piss.
Yeah, stop being, Meg. Stop being so good. No. In honesty, like, don't carry on because that's just wonderful.
Like look at the eyes. Like
I like the pink around the mouth, right? Where the where the sort of like lips are, like that little tiny little bit of pink edging there. It just brings it all together, and obviously round where he's got the engine like built into him.
Oh, that's kind of brutal. I didn't realise that. I feel bad for them now.
I can just get lost looking at these. Like she says, sorry, I got distracted again this month and ended up painting this guy. I have decided that my first 40k army is going to be orcs, so this still counts. I decided to paint the great white squig as a tiger shark and try my hand at making the exhaust look like they've changed colour with the heat, which I'm quite proud of.
Yeah, that's come out really well. That's come out really, really nicely with the darkened metal at the top. I love it.
Yeah. No, it's just you.
Mainly because I try and do the same thing on melter guns and just nowhere near as well.
It is a slightly tricky skill to get, particularly if you don't have. I always think if you don't have a pictorial reference for it. Because that's the thing, is like we all think we know what sort of blackened metal looks like, but
yeah,
you then do it and you go, oh, it doesn't quite look like it's generally got like shades of purple from where the red heat of it has cooled, or it's in the process of cooling, and because of that the soot has built up, so it's got to fade into a black, and it's over the top of the metallic, and it's yeah, it's a lot, but no, it's
and the guy on top as well, Muzrog Scragbad, I think he is called. Looks wonderful. I think so. Yeah, because the great white squig is Muzrog Scragbad, as I say, is the guy who rides it. Orc players, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think so. He's the named character that's on the great white squig. So yeah, this is just awesome. That pattern on the skin.
Oh yeah, I know. This is gobsmacked.
It's like bang on to the tiger shark as well. Like yeah, how did you do that?
Well, I guess we'll never know. But it's well, she could tell us. Tell us, Meg. Tell us how you did it. The skill in it is that the block color of the head where the pattern isn't is the same as the darker part of the pattern. But the block color has to fade out so that the pattern is visible. That's how you do it, right? So not only is it like fundamentally there's a wet blending type thing going on across the whole model at a certain point. Once that is then done, there is the execution of the very accurate tiger shark markings, which is it's just an obscene skill, and you should be very, very pleased with yourself, and also watch your back. No, I'm joking. But, no, it is fantastic, absolutely fantastic as always, Meg. Thank you.
Nice one. Wish I could paint like that.
Yeah, there's no words. It's incredible.
I know. I wish I could paint like that.
Oh, shut up, you.
No, I can't do. What she does, I don't have the patience. Like the natural texture, like with her greater gnash tooth that she did when she painted it to look like a hyena. Don't have the patience.
Oh, yeah,
it's just ridiculous. Anyway,
I tell you what, if like the Natural History Museum or anywhere that has like the models of the animals need some painting, you should do that, Meg, for a living, because you can get them. You seem to be able to get them like bang on to the reference.
That'd be a fun job, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would be cool, wouldn't it? What do you do? I paint massive models of animals for museums and I guess like natural history parks and even zoos.
I'm one of 3 people that does that, so I'm paid handsomely.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, fabulous. Right, thank you very much, Meg. Shall we move on?
Yeah. What else we got? What's coming next?
So next up, we have Chris, who has painted a corpse grinder cult. So he says, this month, but tale of many Warhipsters, I've painted a corpse grinder cult for gang for Necromunda. Although they're not quite the ogres or orcs I'd planned to do, they are something that I got talking to a friend about and got excited to paint. I mostly use base and contrast paints on these with a couple of washes here and there to knock things back or add more richness to the models, as well as the odd dry brush highlight. I tried to use a mixture of skin tones on the models and included some more outlandish and otherworldly colours for the cutter and one of the skinners. So he's got a couple of slides to show off the whole corpse grinder cult. But yeah, you've got a really interesting metallic colour there, and I don't know what it is.
is that not Screaming Bell?
I don't think it is Screaming Bell. I think it's Rune Lord Brass with like Gore Grunt of Fur or something over the top.
That's
Pretty orangey, though.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's a cool take on them because they normally have that like orangey red armor, right? Because they're corn followers, I believe. Bit corny, yeah. But yeah, no, really, really cool. I also like the consistency of the color palette across the gang with the pale I guess bone element, which is the skin on one guy, it's the sort of horns on the other, and then the blue as well, in the gloves and the sort of trousers, I guess.
Yeah, I really love the bases. Everyone always seems to do really nice Necromunda bases. And it's a skill. It's a real skill because my instinct with them is to paint them silver and wash them with Basilicanum Grey and call it a day.
Yeah,
but it looks like exactly how I imagine all of Necromunda to look like, grimy, horrible.
Yeah,
which
definitely
is spot on. He's got some more slides.
Let's keep going. I was going to say incredibly impractical flaws in Necromunda.
Absolutely.
You would trip over all the time on those.
After a few beers, yeah.
You have to learn to run with your feet up.
Yeah.
Here's some more. So there's more of the Corpse Grinder cult.
I think these guys must be like the slightly more, and forgive me because I know very little about Necromunda, but I take it these guys must be like the more junior members of the cult because they haven't sort of got big bulky armor and stuff yet.
I think so. I think that's right. Well, they're half naked. Well,
yeah,
two of them are. One of them's wearing a black jacket. Yeah, no, just again, fabulous work. You can see how it all ties together.
Yeah,
definitely.
He's got one more slide as well, so more Corpse Grinder cult. There they are.
Oh, he looks scary, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Look at that guy.
Perfect.
You wouldn't want to run into him on a dark night.
No.
Well, on any night, really. Bloody hell.
I could take him in the daylight, but in the nighttime,
yeah.
No.
I can see him coming. I'll be fine. No, they're really cool. They're really, really cool. That as I say, especially the one on the left there, which is the one I was talking about. Like the skull, the mask thing, really pops. Like it really, really, really pops out.
It draws your eye right to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, the red eyes. Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely bang on.
I really like the highlight on the front guy's loincloth cloak thing. The highlight he's got there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's like a gradient highlight on it. It's really cool. And again, like you almost get a better angle of those bases, right? Because you can see how the rust is built up in the recesses on the bottom. It's really cool.
Yeah, you can see like on the one on the right, like the shadow from the model making it as well.
No.
I also like that Chris has taken the time to do the soles of the shoes on the guy on the left. He has kind of orangey, bloody, I guess maybe bloody soles where he's walking around in all the muck and mire of Necromunda.
Yeah. It's not often something that. Yeah, I mean, even I don't. Sometimes I'm just like, nah, but just get away with keeping that as black.
I'm like, it's black.
Yeah. No, thank you very much, Chris. Really great job. Awesome.
Really good.
Right, here we go. We've got more, of course. There's lots more to go through. Lots and lots more. So, next up, we have the Sal 84 with his Death Guard. So, he has done 20 Poxwalkers, and he's done an Infernal Tormentor from War Machine.
That was what the look on my face just then. For anyone who's like, what is he looking at? That's what that was. I've never seen one of those before.
Yeah.
What a cool little model.
It is cool.
Terrifying.
Isn't it? There is another picture of it on the next slide. I just couldn't fit them all onto one. Because the Poxwalkers look fabulous.
Yeah, good job. Really good job on them.
They're the flesh.
Yeah. The flesh and the bones
real.
and all the blending, and it's such a hard thing. Like Poxwalkers, I've talked about this endlessly about Poxwalkers. They are fantastic models, and they are so detailed for what is essentially
what they are.
chaff-like unit. They are as detailed as, you know, like character models at times.
No, definitely.
And you've got that really cool, like they feel very unified, but also kind of very individual in a way.
Yeah, no, for sure. No, he's done a great job.
It's fabulous. I'll show you the other slide, because he also sent me a picture of a bath with 2 cats in it. Now I don't know if he meant to do that, but I've put it in there because I thought it was nice.
They're cute.
Try to put Loki anywhere near a bath, and I will get beaten up.
No, those cats are really cute actually. But yeah, no, that like monster thing. What was it called?
It's a tormentor.
Tormentor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to torment you, doesn't it?
Very much so.
And what's it called? War Machine.
Yeah, from War Machine.
War Machine's sort of. I know a little bit about how that game, or the I guess the lore basis behind that game, rather than how it works. But yeah, that's a cool. I really like, when you see a white model, right? It can lose a lot of depth very quickly. But the way he's sort of kept all the, the skin looks naturalistic. It looks like that kind of like, sort of, nice and recessed like white skin. It's impressive.
Yeah, and the blending on the big claws.
Yeah, definitely.
Are you looking up tormentors now, Rich?
Yeah, it's freaking me out.
You're getting some interesting results off Google.
We're gonna meet at Goonhammer, aren't we? And you're gonna be like, guys, I've seen beyond. I am now collecting everything from War Machine.
Oh god.
No, great. That's fantastic. Thank you very much, Lucas. That's really great stuff.
Yeah, nice one. Yeah, cheers, Lucas.
And thank you for the cats. Even if you didn't mean to send me a picture of 2 cats. So
you know what they're called now.
We do need to know what the names of the cats are. So if you would like to include those in next month, that would be awesome. Right, next up we have No, we don't. Next up we have the Knight of Zen with the Desert Lions Impulsor, Faru or Faru. However we're going to say that. This is split across two slides because he sent me some really good pictures. So he said, here's my entry for the Tale of Many Warhipsters, Faru, an Impulsor attached to my Desert Lions force. And he's done a cracking job on it.
Cool.
It's so clean. It's so clean.
Yeah, it's really clean.
And the detail.
Like getting that inside door so well, because it's not actually quite easy to get to that.
No, the inside, like that panel, that's cracking. Like that's really, really good. And even where talking about how clean it is, where the white meets the like khaki desert color on the sort of bit of armor at the front, where it's colored there. It's just it's so neat.
Yeah,
great work.
It's really nice. Yeah. It's really nice. I'll show you the other picture of it because that's really, that's really cool. So this is the sideways on big wide view of it. It's just, like I said, it's just such a clean paint job. You've done a cracking.
Looks really good.
Cracking job. I wonder what that base color is. I think is it Xandri Dust? No, can't be, right?
I don't know.
Has he told us that before? He might have told us that before, and I've just
have done. Yeah, it's a long time ago.
I've not heard the name of that base color in a long time.
I feel like it is Xandri Dust.
Of course I know Xandri Dust. He's me. Sorry, stop with the Obi-Wan Kenobi references now. No, it's a really cool looking model. Also, nice to see the Bellicatus missile array. I think it's called in action.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. The Bellicus, I think.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Quite a good choice for the Impulsor now, isn't it?
Well, if I think so. Black Templar, I don't see why you wouldn't take it.
Because you get the 5+ invuln save anyway.
Ooh. Yeah.
Very cheeky.
Combinations.
Ooh. It's a good job that we're recording this. We're recording this video the day after that book was released, and we're not just like sort of accidentally revealing things.
Yeah. Yeah. I should also say I'm acting like slightly more of an idiot than usual, fine audience, because I'm really jet lagged because I landed from my holiday yesterday, so I'm still sort of running on fumes and trying to get back to time zone. So
if you need Adam to buy you things, now's the time to ask him. Of course, we are recording this on a Sunday, and he will have recovered it from it by tomorrow. So
yeah.
You know,
a bit like the Simpsons, you know, where Homer gets the check for bowling from Mr. Burns because he's on his like medicine. It'll be like that.
The Michelin Man. Stay Puft Marshmallows. Yeah, no, fantastic. Thank you very much, Simon. Right, next up we have the Knights of Maha.
Ooh! Yes, I like seeing updates on these.
So, Stephen has he's got quite a lot this month. So he helpfully wrote it all out in order and what he was going to say about them. So we can do this slide by slide. So he says, great to be back for another month, and it's been a very busy month. With 2 weeks off work, I get set some lofty goals. So I'll start with my new Eradicator Squad. My previous Orange Marines were highlighted with oranges and yellows, which were very subtle and don't really show well on camera. For these guys, I leaned on black to grey to white zenithal priming and just one shade of orange, which makes them a little grubbier and grimdark, which I'm quite happy with, though again my crappy phone camera isn't showing it so well. So there's the Eradicators that he's done.
They look really good.
Yeah, really
again,
good.
Good bit of you know, to the point we were talking about Meg's thing earlier on the barrels of the melter guns. Yeah, the like burnt effects, really cool.
That's fabulous. It's fabulous.
I love an Eradicator, like a good chunky boy.
You do love a good chunky Eradicator.
A good chunky boy.
Yeah. you like them big, don't you, Rich? Like them chunky.
Yeah. Like your blade
in their power armor. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh.
And your sword brethren that you haven't got yet.
They're in a box over there. Oh wait, no, are they not? Do they come in now? I don't know.
No, you get one in that box. He's the one that's leading the near. Anyway, doesn't matter.
Not enough.
Doesn't matter. So there we go. That's the Eradicators. Next up, he does have a family
family photo.
For comparison, you guys can give me your opinions. Remove 5 of the intercessors, and I've got a 500-point patrol. So yeah, there's everything that we've seen so far, including the Eradicators, and it's very, very cool. Again, very unified force. Really like it. It's excellent. I don't know if you've decided to redo the white sash or take the white sash off completely from the Dreadnought, but he's still looking cracking.
Yeah, really good. No, I love it.
And I like
see that coming across the table.
Yeah, and I really like how much the chaplain kind of is like a full stop in amongst it. You know, he feels like the focal point around which the whole thing.
Well, you can sort of instantly tell he's in charge.
Yeah.
Yeah, the blue kind of really draws your eye to him as well.
Yeah.
No, agreed.
Nice.
So he says, that's it for my Knights of Maha. But wait! I hear Adam cry. Where's our monthly helping of ancient Irish lore?
Where's our monthly helping of ancient Irish lore? Look, see, I did it and everything.
This is why you're just such a professional. He says, this month coincided with the release of Kill Team, and I was inspired to make use of the spare models I had lying around. So here we go.
Okay.
I hope you're ready for a butchering fest. So, here we go. We have the Fomori Vanguard. So, he says he got my hands on Hexfire to expand his Thousand Suns and figured those Grey Knights would make a good kill team. Apparently Grey Knights are given names which can be used as weapons against demons, so I thought, what better way to name my Grey Knights than take inspiration from Celtic demons? He says the Fomorians were thought to be the original inhabitants of Ireland, with history going back long before the Ulster cycle to what is known as the mythological cycle. They were a monstrous race with demonic powers, thought of as malevolent deities that set upon people who would land on and try to settle the island of Ireland. The Fomorians often appear in popular culture with references in D&D, Magic the Gathering and Final Fantasy, to name a few. So there's his collection of the Grey Knights kill team that he's painted. He's got another slide that has all of them.
As I say, we should do a little shout out to Versatile Terrain, who at least I assume were the suppliers of those nameplates, because I know I use them on my sisters as well, and they give it a nice little bit of personality, as we can see here.
But there they are, Conan. That's it. That's the only one I can read. Baylor.
Baylor.
Fokchu Brez?
Oh, that's an E. EOCHU.
Oh, like an F from here. Oh, okay.
Yoku?
Okyu?
Do you think he does?
Oh
this
no!
on
Wait,
purpose?
hang on. Well, Owen in, or at least I think it's pronounced Owen in Irish, is often spelled E-O-I-N, right? So if an E-O is like just an O sound, Ohu?
Maybe.
Ohu?
Goku.
Yeah, Stephen, apologies. We're butchering this pretty badly. What are the other ones? Sorry, Josh, I can't see underneath the. What are the two on the bottom?
So
alongside Baylor,
we've got Indech, Indech, I think,
Okay.
and we've got Urgol, Irgoll.
that is cool. What a nice idea to name them after the Fomori as well.
It's very cool. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
But wait, guys, there's more.
There's more?
Yes, there is
amazing.
more.
Okay.
So next up, we have...
It's turned into Billy Mays.
He says, for my next kill team, I had a selection of old 2nd edition metal Harlequins, which were just screaming to be painted. There's a lot more freedom with naming these guys, and I figured if I've already done Celtic demons, what about Celtic deities? And then... Oh, no. He says that...
Oh, Josh.
It says that it is spelt as follows.
I think it's Tuahadedanan, I think. Because I have heard that one before, because that's the, as he was about to explain, so I'll let you read it. But they are quite a famous bit of like Irish Celtic mythology.
So say that again, the
Tuahadedanan. I think that's how you pronounce it. And Stephen, again, if I'm getting that wrong, let me know.
So the What?
Those guys, the ancient mythological supernatural beings,
were a race of supernatural beings who were the first to overcome the Fomorians and were considered to be the basis for the gods and goddesses prevalent in Irish mythology today, including our old friend the Morrigan. My troop is from the Mask of the Frozen Stars and are known as the Players of the Emerald Kingdom, with each player named for a Celtic deity.
You know, that just made me think of the Eternals movie coming out. I don't know why. I don't know.
A little Marvel plug there for Marvel. They needed it.
Marvel plug. They needed it, yeah. Oh, shut up.
Yeah,
They're really cool.
They're fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
And again, the nameplates really work with it because they've got they kind of changed the style and the what's it called on the writing, the text.
Yeah, I like the fact you get like the description of each one as well, like the Phantom, the Guardian, the Warrior.
Yeah,
that's cool.
And again, more.
Yeah,
the lover.
Isn't I was about to say, isn't Camulus a god of war? But then it says the warrior on it, so yes, he's god of war. Well done, you can read.
I did,
but that's really cool.
The one I recognised was Epona, and I'm ashamed to say that I recognised that because that's the name of the horse in the Ocarina
that's
of
the
Time.
reason I did
Well, Taranis, the thunder god, because I think the Air Force like building a drone or something, and they were going to call it Taranis. Yeah.
It's also the name of a night house.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it is the name of a night house, isn't it? Yeah. Huh.
Very cool night house.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
And is it Kerberos, the one that's the wild? Wasn't that like a god of horses and stuff? I don't know. I'm going to Google that.
Maybe. Who knows? We do have one more picture from
the horned one.
The
cool.
horned one. Awesome. We have one more picture, and I'm including the one that he did a little bit of creative paint work on. Not with his brush, I mean with Microsoft Paint.
Okay.
He's done this. I didn't do this. He did it. I need to make that absolutely clear that I didn't do this.
I love it. It's great.
So he
Gene
says,
Stealer in a little hat.
so he says, okay, my third kill team, influenced by Celtic lore, and my last entry for this month. So yes, what can I say about these guys? I think the picture speaks for itself. I just wanted to try out a colour scheme for my NIDs, and here it is. Full Gene Stealer kill teams can be quite nasty, so thought it would be a good place to start. And that's it from me for this month. Next month won't be anywhere near as ambitious, I promise, is what he says.
Oh, you know it will. No, that's really cool. I love it. I love the purple on them as well. The rich purple looks really, really cool.
It does. Purple and green is always a...
Yeah, the little like neon green.
With the hat with the hat as well.
I really love the hat. I think you need
do a little green stuff hat.
I do think you need to put green stuff hats on.
And a ginger beard.
Yeah.
A big old ginger beard.
But I must make it absolutely clear once again for those at home, for the Irish audience, I did not make this image.
Yeah. This was made by an authentic 100% Irish person, so nothing to do with us. But yeah, no, that's really cool. I really like it. Yeah, the fact he's got 3 kill teams done.
Both of you have no Irish heritage. So I was going to say, did both of you have no Irish heritage?
Not that I'm aware of.
I don't think I do.
No, okay.
I'm per my discovery via what do you call it, the 23andMe, that kind of thing. I'm actually I'm quite Franco-German. I'm quite continental, it turns out, which I didn't know. So that was a fun discovery. So yeah, but no, it's well, look, I will say this, which is, Stephen, obviously we are now heading towards the Christmas period and the New Year. And that means that we will also be rapidly heading, I don't know why I sound like Jeremy Clarkson when I say this, we'll also be rapidly heading towards March, and that does mean St. Patrick's Day. And I will be very interested to see, even if A Tale of Many Warhipsters has, by that point, largely finished, I will be very interested to see what he puts together, or what you put together, Stephen, for St. Patrick's Day, on the theme of Irishness and sort of Irish myth and legend. Would be very, very cool.
It'll be an
So that's
exciting
my challenge to you. Something cool for St. Patrick's Day.
You've got a long time to plan it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, thank you very much, buddy. Next up, we have a big boy.
Ooh.
Oh boy. We have a heavy hitter now. We have things that fall out of my head.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Yes.
More flowers.
Yes. Isn't it awesome?
Yeah.
I love the sky blue on the shoulder pads.
Yeah.
It's a lovely tone. It's a lovely tone. This is in adamant clad. He says, no time for a backstory or blurb this month. Only the name I arrived at early on in the assembly process. Say hello to in adamant clad. This is around 42 hours of painting from start to finish. Everything is hand painted and highlighted, aside from the smokestacks and rocks on the base, which are dry brushed. In case you can't tell, I'm very happy with how this turned out. Even more happy that I somehow found 42 hours to paint it in. I think I could have gone brighter and thicker with the edge highlights, as it's such a large model, something to bear in mind for when I paint the next one. My first time using a contrast paint on the faceplate. First time masking for the shoulder guard, and the first time I've significantly added to decals with paint. I've got a slightly more in-depth video coming on the YouTube channel soon. For those of you who don't know, you can check out Things That Fall Out of My Head on YouTube. Made up of work in progress pictures and some basing videos. The base itself is made from 2 laser cut MDF 160mm round bases, so I don't like the oval one the kit comes with, and used up way too much basing material. I've also included a family shot of Dad and the 3 kids, which I will get to in just a minute, which is really cool. Officially now a 1,000 point army that I can play with. Well, 981 points. Congratulations everyone on another month of hobby. On to chapter 5. He says also feel free to cut that down if it's too long, and apologise for the picture spam. Really happy with this month's entry.
Oh no, I love it. I think it's really, really nice. It's lovely. You know what I like about this? This is going to sound like a really weird comment. What this has like, I don't know why I'm going to call it this, and please don't take it the wrong way. This has Star Wars colour scheme, right? So you know how some of the rebel ships in Star Wars have like multiple patches of color on them? Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah. I don't know why, but I associate, maybe it's because when I grew up I had like lots of little Star Wars. I'm a massive nerd, obviously. I had lots of like little Star Wars toys, and the rebel ships in particular, you know, the Imperial ships are always grey and black and that's it, and they're all sort of one colour scheme. The rebel ships are kind of that like patchwork of colour. And sometimes it was cool, and other times it didn't go well. It didn't go together at all because there were too many different colours on it. This is a great example of how to do that with multiple colours on multiple like armour panels. Really well. Like everything on this, even though you've got your khaki colour in there, you've got your dark blues, whites, yellows, a little bit of red as well, the brass or the sort of gold edging, and the sky blue and the yellow as well. It all just works together really nicely.
And those decals.
It's very impressive.
Those decals.
Oh, they're so clean.
Yeah.
You've done so much.
Look inside the fist.
Yeah, like the kill markers.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous. He's got more. I do have more pictures to show you, so I'll show you the next 3. So he sent me 6 pictures of this bad boy. Yeah, look at it.
The base is really good.
Oh, it looks lovely. It looks really good, man.
It's just so good.
And again, the kind of like burnt end on the Avenged Gatling.
Yeah,
I think that's something we'll start doing better. Well, I say better. Me and Adam.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's quite big.
Yeah,
I think to improve,
claim.
I seem to get better at that. Yeah, no, he's done an absolutely amazing job on this, and it is a big boy.
Yeah,
you know, I've painted Knights. Have you 2 painted Knights?
I've got one.
I have one. It's unpainted. Yeah, I need to do it at some point.
Yeah,
I'll say half done. He's got some red on it.
There you go. You're most of the way there. Yeah, no, they do take some serious work, and the fact that he edge highlighted with a brush, even my ones are dry brushed. My ones, the entire carapace dry brushed.
Well, also it's also so impressive. Like you said, this was all hand painted, and you know used the masking on the shoulder pads as well. That is one of those things where just 99, I think, % of people that do it would do it with an airbrush.
Yeah,
and it's come out so cleanly.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
I love it.
Amazing.
Are you guys ready for a family photo of the Knights?
Oh yeah. Let's see the family.
I want you to brace yourselves. Okay, hold on tight, because here it is.
I'm gripping the table.
Here is the family photo.
Ooh.
Oh, that looks sick.
That's just really nice, isn't it? Like it just looks really good together. That's what that is. That's going to be one of those ones where.
Huh?
Yeah, but it's going to be one. It's so much character. He said.
Yeah. Just. I love this so much. I love this more than life itself.
It's one of those. It's one of those things where like you play somebody, and you know you have to kill the knight.
Oh yeah.
You know, you have to kill it. You have to kill the model, whatever it is, right? And you're just like, I kind of don't want to do this because it's really beautiful.
Yeah.
But like, I need it off the table. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, please don't hate me, but I do need to kill it. Yeah, I know what you mean. No, it's just you seeing them all together. Like, so over the last 4 months, obviously, we've seen each knight individually, and each one is impressive. Putting them all together, you now really see what the theme of the army is going forward. It's absolutely cracking. I love it so much, buddy. I love it.
Can't wait to see what he does.
I think Josh likes it.
I do. I'm gonna shotgun this photo now for my favourite of the month. I'm shotgunning it now. So when I ask you,
we haven't seen the rest yet.
I have seen the rest. No, I'm joking. Everyone's amazing, but like this is Knights. This is Knights en masse. It's just the way to get to my heart.
You do have a soft spot for the old Knights.
I do have such a soft spot for the Knights. But yes, thank you very much, Ross, otherwise known as Things That Fall Out of My Head. Are we ready to move on?
Yes, let's see what we got next. I'm excited.
Next up, we have All the Custodes from Mezegis. He says, it's been a busy month for the Imperium. First up, we have a Telemon, prepared to incinerate any who dare oppose the Custodies. Arms are magnetized, but Forge World US hasn't had anything else, which is fine, as we don't mind bathing our enemies in cleansing fire. Next is a flight of Venatari, who in their first outing shot and punched down 2 Dakar jets, a unit of commandos and a squad of boys. I'd say they've earned their wings. And lastly, for the Custodies part, we have a Sagittarian Guard squad who just loves to sitting on back objectives and firing heavy bolter shots downfield to support the advancing dreadnoughts.
Yeah, that's cool. The
Really cool.
Venatari, they're just kind of fun models. Like with the, you know what they remind me of? The old, Flash Gordon, the Hawkmen with Brian Blessed. Onward, Gordon's alive. All that sort of stuff. But also very good. Very good
hadn't
I
game.
love the
that
pose
line.
on the Telemon.
Sorry, Rich, what did you say?
The pose on the Telemon looks really commanding. I love it. The way he's like standing on a rock with his fists forward.
He does look like
Yeah.
he's sharing the wisdom
Punchy
of the
boy.
ancients. Yeah,
Yeah, he's like,
it's fab.
I'm going to
It's fab.
beat
I'd
shit
be
up.
Go on.
I was gonna say, I'd be interested to know, Mez, and feel free to DM on Instagram or just come back when you do your next set on here. Just what are you running them as? What is it? Solar Watch or what's the one Alex has? Shadow Keepers. I'd just be interested because the purple and gold looks lovely. You know what? The purple and gold looks incredibly regal, which is exactly the point. It's like Roman Imperium at its most decadent.
Yeah.
Mm.
No. Wholeheartedly agree. He's also done some Space Marines for his custom Space Marines chapter.
Oh, yeah.
He has done a Reaver Lieutenant. Well, it's a Phobos Lieutenant and 3 Inceptors.
It's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the
I'm a big-
scheme of the guns and the.
Yeah,
For
I'm a big fan of
yeah.
red guns.
Yeah.
And that is the last part of that extra 500 points that we forced him to do at
Peer pressure.
yeah, we peer pressured him into doing it. He says, this is the objective squad, great for engaging, retrieving data, and generally trying not to get shot while scoring points.
Nice.
And he says, see
Deceptive's
you.
good for that.
He says, see you next month, as my birthday is October 7th, and we're anticipating another influx of custodies to back up what you've seen.
We're 10 days late, but happy birthday, Mez.
We are
Yeah,
10
happy
days
belated
late.
At the point of
birthday.
filming, we're 10 days late.
Yes.
But yeah, happy birthday, buddy. I
Big
hope you
happy
got all the
birthday.
custodies you wanted.
Yes.
I hope Forge World US managed to get some stock in.
And I'm looking forward to seeing what you do with them.
Yeah, big time.
Crikey. Oh, boy. The 10,000 are alive and well in the US. That's for sure. Right, yes. Next up, we have Fleroy Brown with his Lord of Contagion. He does say 2 entries this month. The first is my Lord of Contagion. Enjoyed painting him. Tried out edge highlighting for the first time. Suitably dark Imperium with the head of the dead Ultramarine Sergeant at his feet. You'll no doubt note the nice clean cut. This is because whilst it looks in bad nick, that axe is extra sharp when it counts.
Poor
It's
Ultramarines
really
always getting
nice.
bullied.
No, this is lovely. I love
Yeah.
the flames as well on
Yeah.
the sensors and the back, the sort of, I know what you would call that, standard on the back, and the Lord of Contagion is a really cool model anyway, and I think you've done a great job here.
He is a fantastic model. And yeah, Pallid Hand Vectorum.
Yeah, which is a cool scheme, right?
It is a dead cool scheme. You've done an absolutely cracking job on it. Absolutely. Love it. His second entry, however.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to quickly read this out before I show you. The second is from my 9-year-old son, Elliot. He loves Tale of Many Warhipsters and thinks you, Reza and Adam are awesome guys and very kind to everyone who puts their work forward. He's painted a Blood Angels captain that has, gasp, fallen to the corruption of Nurgle. I did mention that you may not particularly like that, but he's sticking to that story.
I love it. Oh, that's so kind.
So here we go. This is a Blood Angel that has fallen to the Death Guard, fallen to Nurgle's influence.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that is really cool.
I'm a big fan. Elliot, you've done a fantastic job, mate. That is lovely.
Is that a Nurgling on top? That's really it's actually so adorable.
If I'm not wrong, that is also one of the special edition Japanese hero collection one that they did.
Oh yeah.
Because I think I've got this one, and I had a bunch of them, and they are, in my opinion, they are some of the best looking Plague Marines because they just have all this cool stuff on them. Like you've got, as you say, you've got the Nurgling on the back, and then there's also actually a little Nurgling just sat down the bottom there who's holding like a pipe, who's at his feet as well.
Oh yeah.
So Elliot, honestly, mate, really, really, really good job. Really love it.
As it
like
will allow it to a Blood Angel to fall to Nurgle, just for you.
Yes, we will tolerate it. No, you've done a great job.
Well, you know what I like about it as well? It looks the way he's done it with the green on one arm and on the backpack and sort of down the cloak as well. It does look like it's like a creeping corruption. You know, there's still a little bit of that Blood Angel left with that shining gold on the shoulder pad there. So no, Elliot, well done, fantastic job, and I hope you do many more of these. Maybe less Blood Angels because Josh will heal. It won't be good for his health to see Blood Angels corrupted by Nurgle. But no, really, really cool job, buddy. Fantastic.
No, it is absolutely fair. I was going to say the same thing. I do like the green and the red creeping across it. That, you know, the good side of him, the pure side of him, is slowly decaying into green, becoming evil, and deserving of a good putting down. I don't know why I'm talking. You wait till you see all of my submissions this month. I am.
I was going to say
my dark and twisted heart has become more dark and twisted. But no, I think you've done a fantastic job, Elliot, and Brendan, of course, with your Pallid Hand Vectorum, Lord of Contagion. No, really great. Thank you, guys. Thank you so Thanks, much. Guys. Right, moving on. We have he actually has put the pronunciation in for me. He spelt it phonetically. We have Vilka Era with his commandos. He says, "Sup dudes, wasn't sure if I get finished for this month offering to the hobby gods, but I managed to get a few hours uninterrupted hobby time and got this month's done in the end. I was recently gifted the Octarius box set off my lovely wife for my birthday, so this month is obviously Orc/Krieg heavy. Loved painting the orcs as they are very forgiving to paint. Let's face it, the messier the orkier, am I right? Experimented a bit with green tones and stayed away from washes on the orc skin, and I'm quite happy with the results. Similar story with the Krieg boyos, as I went for a worn look. Milliput moulded bases again, this time using the Octarius terrain. Actually got two games of Kill Team in with the Krieg boyos as I went for a worn look. Hang on, actually got two I've lost my place there. Sorry. Actually got 2 games of Kill Team in this month with a work buddy, who it turns out was also a closet hobbyist. But I'm pretty sure we butchered the rules, but we had fun and that's all that matters, I suppose. I can recall one of the Conclave episodes referring to Kill Team as a gateway drug, and I can wholeheartedly agree with this. Currently planning my 40k return. Highlight of the month for me was my nearly 5-year-old picking through my bits box to put together his own Marines. He picked out heads and weapons and I stuck them together. He then threw some paint on them and I got a game of Silly Hammer in with him too, which was loads of fun. Silly Hammer is roll for how much you can move and roll for shooting. Everyone has 6 wounds. Simple but fun, although his tactical skills have a lot to be answered for in his orc deployment. Let's just say it was a Flamer Trooper's wet dream. He got his own back with his squig though. Goddamn Bob Squig. Next month is Dreadnought month. Thanks dudes, appreciate what you're doing and keep up the good work, Mick.
Well, all I say initially is happy birthday again, Mick, and excellent choice of present, Mick's wife. For the Octarius box, and those are some fine looking commandos.
Indeed, they are.
Skin tone, he has nailed that.
You know what? So my buddy Blake, who may or may not be watching this, he has actually in Canada. He has actually just started the Orcs. They're his first 40k army, and I'm going to recommend he take a little look at this to get an idea of how you can get really, really nice orc skin tone and really, really nice colour palette, because this is a great example of it. I also like you've got a lot of blue, lucky blue orcs. It's a good one. They're just really nice models, these, aren't they?
Look at the one with the knife in his mouth. I never knew noticed that before. That's so cool.
Yeah, no, it's cool. He's got more. There's more commandos. I'll show you those.
Oh, yeah.
So, where are we? There we are. So there's the rest.
The hat one.
yeah. I think I was going to say the guy with the beanie on is my favourite as well of the sculpts.
He reminds me of.
He looks.
What happens if? Did you ever play Commandos?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
So Rich, do you remember the green? Do you remember the sapper?
Yeah.
He used to wear the exact same beanie.
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of.
To me, he looks like he's out of a Guy Ritchie movie.
It feels very Borderlands. Have you ever played that video game?
Yeah, Borderlands. Yeah.
It does feel very Borderlands. It's very cool.
It's really cool.
It's very, very cool. And he also has the Krieg.
Oh,
they're cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I like the bases as well on them. That's really cool. The way he's done them.
Yeah. No, for sure.
It's like standing on bits of tank and.
Yeah, and the glow on the plasma gun. That's really nice. Yeah. No, what a great example of how to do the kill team. And you know, also props to your nearly 5-year-old son as well for getting some Space Marines together. And you say his deployment was Mick. I'm just saying now. You say his deployment was silly as an orc. Is any deployment of an orc ever silly? They just want to get stuck in. They just want to have a fight.
There's two ways of looking at it, right? It was either silly or it was tactical genius. It just didn't suit that moment.
Tactics or tic-tacs if you're an orc.
Tic-tacs. Right.
Tahumi.
Next up, we have Mikey's Wargaming with the Cabal of Baneful Toxin.
Ooh.
Oh.
He says, this month I painted these models I painted this month to get ready for the London Open, which is this weekend. He's just finished it today. Painted using my own scheme. The raider is from Cabal of the Baneful Toxin, which is a custom Cabal, and Witches from Cult of Swift Deception, which I'll show you in just a moment. They don't have their own names yet, but if they do something epic, I'm sure I will name them. That's what he says. And yes, this is from Mikey's Wargaming, who has done an absolutely incredible job on that.
Yeah, it's really nice.
It's
really
such a
nice.
cool scheme.
Smooth, beautiful, lovely. Oh yeah, the highlights, everything about it. I love the little yellow pattern on it.
I like actually my favourite bit on this is the streaks of blood on the blade veins that are coming down from the bottom of the raider. Yeah, the raider's actually a really cool model in my opinion. And I think this does a cracking job on it. And you're right, that scheme, the sort of the dark green and you know with those sort of yellow and the green edge highlight as well. It's really nice.
Yeah, no, definitely. I love it. I love it so much, buddy. And like I've been seeing his pictures of the whole army on Instagram and stuff, and it looks absolutely spot on. It's really cool stuff. And like you said, like it's so clean. It's so cleanly dark Eldar. Drukhari, and that's love it. Here we have the Cult of Swift Deception. There's our witches again. Really, really nice.
They're
Look
lovely.
at the back hairdo.
So that's the thing, right? The witch models are pretty damn small, actually. So getting that level of detail on them, that's fantastic. What a great job.
Yeah, doing the eyes on witches.
I don't fear many things, but that I'm afraid of.
Yeah, it takes a real steady hand and a lot of patience, particularly to do all 5 pairs, and not to just try and find masks or helmets to put on them. Which I know a lot of people do, which is fair enough because it's a lot of them, particularly if you're running them in like big blobs of witches. I don't know if anyone really does that at the moment in Drukhari, but and it ties in so nicely with the raider as well.
Yeah, 100%.
I really like the name.
And you got the blood on the weapons again.
Yeah.
Matching up with the blood red hair.
Oh yeah.
You know what? I've got to paint my witches, and I'm going to say it now, Mikey. I'm going to ruthlessly copy the way you've done here with the black like body gloves, I guess, that they're wearing, and then the armor is in the same color as your, I assume, obviously from the radial Cabalite scheme. So I could do something like that with like the black body and then the reddish arm. You're giving me ideas. I like this.
That's a cool idea. That is a cool idea to knit.
Sort of blends the army together. Yeah, I'm definitely going to steal that because that's going to blend the whole army together. So nice one, Mikey. That's awesome.
Yeah, should be very, very pleased. Right, thank you very much, Mikey. Next up, we have the Wobbly Painter. This is Ryan Dinan. He says he's a friend of mine. He used to be a customer of mine back in my days of running a Games Workshop store in Banbury.
Oh, nice.
And he has painted more of the cruelest of boys. So he says, well, hello, mighty lord of the hobby. Hello to you, Ryan. I present to you my efforts for...
I'm not addressing you like that.
Yeah.
I expect to be addressed. No, I'm joking. I present to you my efforts for September. After picking up the Dominion box and toying with the idea of selling the Cruel Boys, I was finally shown the light and went about building and painting my clan, name pending. However, their story is not... he has got a different story, which is really cool. So they basically, in short, found their way through the swamp and found access to an ancient underway. And after many months of fighting the creatures that lived within, they came across a stronghold. The stronghold belonged to a bunch of dwarfs, and here was a proper fight. The clan prevailed and began its ascent through the fortress and found themselves once again under the heat of the sun and began raiding from their new home across the steppes of a mountain range. With this story, I can justify some of my design choices, firstly being the many skin tones, as who knows what these fungi were grown from or what they have eaten since. Secondly, the bright fabrics used on each model. This comes from the dwarfs, as they have all the wealth and all the shinies. That's what he's done. He's got a couple of slides, so these are some man skewer bolt boys, but it gives him some variation, which is really, really cool.
I know I said this before, but I love that name.
The man skewer bolt boys.
Bolt boys.
I like the. I like the red tribal face paint on the one in the front. That's really cool.
It is really nice.
A great use of the flowers again.
Yeah, I was going to say everybody's using. I'm apparently the only person who doesn't have any of these flowers.
I do actually have some flowers as well. I could start joining in. I could do some flowers.
Yeah, so have I.
I've got tufts. I don't have those specific flowery ones. But anyway, sorry, ignore my basing issues. These look lovely, and I agree. I like the use of the bright colours on the fabrics and stuff, and I mean, not that you need to justify it, but I like the fact you've weaved it into your backstory as well.
Yeah, 100%. He's got some more, as I said. So next up, he has a breaker boss, I believe it's called. Swamp caller? No, that's a shaman. It is the breaker boss. It's the troll thing on the left.
Troggoth?
Yeah, it might be that. The Marsh Troggoth. I've got it down there, but I can't see it.
Well, look. Either way, it's a cool looking piece of kit. I like the rusty armor on him.
It looks fabulous, and of course there is a kill boss with Stabgrot.
Yes, yeah, the Stabgrot. I love that little guy. Look at him. He's just trying his best.
He is. He's got real delusions of grandeur, which is what I really like. I like grots that are like shiny grots that think they're way more important in orc hierarchy than they actually are. It's really very, very cool. So yeah, there we go. We got these two, and then you've got one more slide.
Oh, okay. More Cruel Boys.
It is more Cruel Boys. We have a Swamp Caller Shaman with a pot grot.
That's cool. Pot grot, yeah.
And we have the Greater Nashtooth again. So
he's clearly a Norwich City fan with his green and yellow headpiece he's got there.
Yellows. Canaries. Maybe that's what they were fighting down there. They were fighting the Canaries.
Yeah.
Delia Smith.
They're fighting Delia Smith for control of Norwich Football Club, which actually were the ones that own the stronghold. Now, you've done a cracking job on these, Ryan. You really have.
Really nice. Really nice. That rusted metallic look, I'm always a big fan of that. And on all the armour here. And it looks lovely. And again, it goes with that story about, coming up through the Underdeep as well.
No, it's really, really cool. Thank you, Ryan. You're doing an excellent job. Thank you for
the
joining
Stormcast in the background is also lovely, I should just say. I know it wasn't mentioned this, but the Stormcast in the background is lovely.
I know, I wish you'd submitted some Stormcast as well.
Yeah, you do love a good Stormcast.
I do love a good Stormcast.
Well, technically, I do believe on that Killer Boss's base there was a dead one, so technically a Stormcast was submitted.
Okay, yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, you're fair enough. That is right. Yeah. But yeah, no, thanks, Ryan. So, are you ready for the last person?
Oh, we must.
If we must, yeah.
I know you guys.
All these others have been really good. I just don't know how you're gonna. Whoever this guy is, I don't know how he's gonna live up to this. I don't think he is, to be honest.
I know.
But if you must,
I know that the last guy is always the slog for you guys. I get it, right? So we'll go quickly through it, okay? Because he foolishly submitted quite a lot this month.
Yes, yeah. He's been working pretty hard on these.
Yeah.
From what I gather, yeah.
He's been trying to earn a 6 out of 10 from Rich, It's all that. So
I'm a harsh judge.
Next up we have me. With
welcome to the warp.
With some Plague Bearers of Nurgle, which is what I promised I would do last month. So yeah, there they are. 10 Plague Bearers of Nurgle.
They look lovely, mate. They look suitably grotty and rotting and yeah. I also like the fact they're nice and bright. Actually, they do sort of really pop.
I was really pleased with them. I was struggling for ages to figure out how I was going to paint the green of the skin, and then I was like, but it'd just be rude not to use Plague Bearer flesh. They are Plague Bearers after all, so that's what it is. It's Plague Bearer flesh with, I think, Deepkin was the highlight colour.
I like the guy with the sort of bluish smile on the far right as well. He's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I was just looking at the organs and stuff, and it just looks so real.
Visceral.
It's kind of disturbing.
That's what I go for. I'm just trying to disturb you. But yeah, so there's the Plague Bearers. That's what I said I would paint last month. I have painted it, and it was originally going to be in my list for Goonhammer until I changed my mind, and now they're no longer in my list for Goonhammer. Something else is. So next up we have.
Dum dum dum.
You've seen it before. I've done this before, but I also this month painted 20 Demonettes of Slaanesh.
Ooh.
So this is my Demonette dance, because that's what they have. They have the snappy claws.
I am tempted when I play with them to stand them all sideways and move them like crabs.
I mean, if nothing else, it will completely confuse your opponent.
Why are they all standing sideways? They're crabs. Look. Yeah.
No, they look really good, man.
Bird feet, though, aren't they?
They do have avian-like feet. Yes.
It's Slaanesh. Anything goes, mate. Anything goes.
Yeah, let's not try and rationalise or understand them.
Yeah.
No, they look really cool, and you know what? Again, as I regularly praise you, this is yet another example of something where you've just managed to match the box art, like almost exactly. It's all, if not exactly, it just looks absolutely solid.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, they are really good.
I will say one thing about these that I also really like is that you've done the eyes black, which is obviously what they are. The Slaanesh Demonettes, sort of famous. You have these kind of, like shark's eyes, black eyes that you look into and you lose your soul. I don't know why I said that like a pirate, but nonetheless. But they really pop out, which for what are essentially just black dots.
Yeah.
You wouldn't really imagine they do, but they really do stand out nice and clearly.
Thank you. That's what I was.
He's got it with the mouths as well, like when they're the screaming ones.
Yeah. There's a surprisingly few amount of Demonette heads where their mouths are open. A lot of them are all just like they're pouting. They're giving their best blue steel. Next up,
beautiful.
We have 20 Bloodletters.
Angry boys.
So I also painted that this month. That is to complete my Bloodletters from month 2 of Tell Many Warhipsters, and again for Goonhammer.
I really like it.
Yeah, looking really good. The hot swords.
I'm a big fan. I'm a really big fan of this game. It's so quick and easy. Like I did 20 in a day. So I was like, yep.
Oh, wow.
I think I've done a pretty good video.
The red is so vibrant.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I like the way you picked out the scales as well on their sort of, like on their shoulders and heads and stuff. They have those like weird elongated heads, don't they? Corn bloodletters.
Yeah, for some reason I've
never really understood why they have that, but
yeah, it works.
It's to fit their anger in there.
It's where the tongue is stored when it's not sort of dribbling out their mouth.
All the way back there.
Did you dry brush the skin in the end, the white bits, or the lighter bits on the head and?
No, the lighter bits are all brushwork.
Oh wow, okay.
Little spot highlights, just to give it that break up the red.
Definitely worth doing it. It looks so good.
Yeah. No, thank you. Next up, we have Skull Taker.
Scarbrand's little brother, the Skull Taker. Yeah.
So he was milling around in the background of the Bloodletters, but there's Skull Taker. He was coming to Goonhammer. He's not coming to Goonhammer as Skull Taker.
He's such a nice model.
He is going to come to Goonhammer, and I am going to ask all of my opponents very nicely if I can use him as the Sergeant for the Bloodletters, because otherwise it's impossible to see which one is the Sergeant.
Yeah,
fair enough.
That's fair enough. Yeah,
I'm hoping that.
If they know, I'll shout.
Is the Skull Taker a newer Khorne model?
Yeah.
Did that come from like Wrath and Rapture or whatever it was called that they released a few years ago?
Yeah,
I mean, because you can just see it in the sculpt. Like it's actually a really nice. Not other Khorne models are still lovely, but it just looks that bit more modern.
Yeah.
I also love that he's got this cloak, and he's like, well, I had a regular cloak, and I thought I'd jazz it up a bit. But being a Khorne demon rather than being like kids just cover it in like glitter and sequins and that, he's been like, no, I've superglued a load of skulls to my cloak, and boy oh boy, do I look like a fashionista.
What's in his hand? Like, is that just someone's head, or is he something like? What is it?
It is a skull that he's holding that is both on fire and bleeding at the same time.
Yeah, that's just how.
When you walk in a room, stand out, make a statement. Why not?
Do you like my on fire bleeding skull?
Oh, that's how you do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Terrible paperweight though. Either singes it or just covers it in blood.
Yeah, you wouldn't want that on your desk. So there's Skull Taker. Tutorial for him is available now. You can check that out here on YouTube. Next up, doesn't stop there, my friends. No. Next up, we have a Bloodthirster of Insensate Rage.
You got that.
Look at him. He's just so angry. He's just outraged.
He looks so angry. He looks happy.
That's a paradox. Do Khorne demons feel happiness when they feel anger, or do they just feel more anger and are therefore happy? Philosophical questions for the modern Warhammer gentleman.
It's probably a double-edged sword,
Yeah.
The happier
he's really cool looking, mate. I love the wings. The wings look absolutely spot on. I mean, like the rich red and everything is the same as what you've done on the similar to the Bloodletter and Skull Taker. So it kind of carries across, but the black on the wings, it's got so much depth to it.
Yeah. Did it help with the technique you used with Be'lakor when you did this?
Yeah, no, for sure it did.
Yeah.
The stuff that I did for Be'lakor did definitely carry over. The recipe is different for the Bloodthirster, as you'll see in the upcoming video. But yeah, it having done Be'lakor first did make things a lot easier for doing things like the Bloodthirster. I have 3 more slides because I've been painting mad last fortnight. So next up we have a Keeper of Secrets.
Lovely.
Man. Just everything. The cape, the legs,
so rich.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The little gems. Yeah, they're just cool models, the Keeper of Secrets, and you've done a fantastic job here.
They are a bit nice, aren't they? Just a bit nice. I really enjoyed it. Complicated. The cape in particular. If you look at the box art, there's a lot of different colours going on there. It's pink, but there's also hints of red in it, and then there's like shades of blue in the darkest parts, and it is a tricky.
Yeah, you've got everything going on.
But yeah, no, there's my Keeper of Secrets. Next up, we have the Contorted Epitome.
Wow.
That's one of my favourite, like in that range.
How did you do that?
You'll have to watch the video to find out.
The mirror is just outrageous.
And just out of interest, when you painted this, did you do it in, because you always generally tend to do it in one piece stuck together?
Mm.
Did you do it that way?
I did.
That's even more impressive because I've got one of these, and when I was thinking about doing it, I just had a look and see what people say about how to paint it, and quite literally everybody I saw commenting was saying, do it in sub-assembly.
Yeah, don't do
it
the
all
heralds
in.
on.
Yeah,
I thought it was okay.
Smooth.
Yeah, but you're a wizard, Harry.
you are basically a bit of a wizard, aren't you? But
Yeah,
no,
a little
that's awesome. I
I'm
can't wait to see it.
mesmerised.
Can't wait to see it on the tabletop. I mean, that is the idea. It's designed to mesmerize you, Rich. So.
Well, I've fallen, guys, help me.
Yeah, you stare into its... you will be rendered immobile by staring into its depths, showing you your greatest desires before you are cut down by the coiled tendrils.
The only thing I find funny about this model is that the demonette on the top left of the image, the one who's sort of slightly higher up with her hand out, sort of looks like she's either doing the weather forecast, you know how they sort of do that across the map,
Yeah.
right? Or she's doing like the game show thing of, let's see your prizes, like that, and then it sort of zooms in on the mirror and we see like, a Land Rover, a fitted kitchen, this fridge.
It's a scene in Shrek where the magic mirror says to Lord Farquaad about like his prizes or something.
Yeah. It's the princesses when he does the speed dating
princess,
thing, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh god, I need to watch that movie now.
I always think of that demonette, the herald doing that, going, "Behold, my stuff."
Yeah.
It just looks like that. Okay, I have one more slide to show you.
Nice. Okay, let's see the last one.
One more slide. Here it is. The Lord of Change.
Sorry, just doing the chicken dance in honour of your giant blue chicken.
Just got demonetized, thanks. No, I'm joking. There you go. The Lord of Change.
Yeah.
Ah, he's lovely.
One of the hardest models, longest models to paint that I've ever done in my life.
Yeah, because
really?
so much detail on him, right? Like, and all the blending on those wings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's blending on the wings. There's all the highlights that if you don't do them on the big wings, you can see that you haven't done them. Because I was looking at them going, do I have to do that? And I was like, yeah, no, you do. Because if you don't do them, it definitely shows that you haven't done them.
Oh, mate.
It will show, yeah.
You've definitely got to a 6 out of 10.
Yes! Improved by 1. Yeah. That's what I wanted.
I'd say I am looking forward to seeing these all in person at Goonhammer. I mean,
Which you will.
or of the ones you're bringing, right? I'm looking forward to seeing those at Goonhammer because I just think, again, it's all we're all seeing them and they look amazing in your photos, but it's one of those things where when you see it in person, and obviously having been lucky enough to come down to Warhipster Towers and see your sort of like mini Warhammer world that you've got going on, seeing them in person is just like another different story. So really looking forward to it, mate. I think you've done a cracking job, and to get through that many models, especially the big guys, the big greater demons, that's pretty bloody impressive, actually.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I do it at it's
yeah.
There we go.
exceptional.
Thank you so much. And now we're going to do the wrap up because that's it now for the hobby section. So we'll be back in just a few minutes. So there we have it then, gentlemen. Tale of Many Warhipsters, Chapter 4, in the bag, all done, all dusted, including some dusty boys from yourself, Adam. What did you think? Did you enjoy that one?
It's cracking, isn't it? Just seeing what people have done. Like, honestly, the level of productivity, and I think, one of the comments earlier about sort of being involved in the community is lovely, and genuinely it's a pleasure to see what you guys send and get to have a look at it. Privilege, even. So yeah, no, keep them coming, guys. I love looking at them. I think I speak for everyone here when I say that.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree. It's flabbergasting almost.
Good word.
Yeah. No, it's
in the sense that I'm not just like, oh, you flabbergast me. In the sense that it's just like, yeah, this is amazing.
Your flabbers are very much gasted.
My flabbers are gasted all over the place. Yeah, no, it was a cracking month. Rich, what did you think?
I agree. Like with the productivity and amount of stuff people put out amazes me every single month. It just gets more and more, and the quality of all of it is great, and it's it's just really nice to be part of it, and it really makes you kind of get involved with everyone, and yeah, I guess flabbergasted is a good word for all of us.
It is. No, 100%. Let's put you on the spot then. Who was your favourite this month? I already shotgunned mine. Mine was the Knights, so well done, Ross. You win my vote again. But Adam, who was your favourite this month?
So my favourites were, and I'm going to pick two if that's okay. My favourites were from Mick. I really enjoyed, Vilka era. I really enjoyed the Commandos. I thought they just looked really cool, and I thought he did a great job on them. And on the other favourite, I'm going to say a big shout out to Elliot for painting up the Blood Angel turned Plague Marine turned fan of Nurgle. Because I just thought that was really cool, and it's great to see people engaging with the hobby, especially coming into it new. And when you're that young, I thought you did a great job. So keep it up, buddy. More of that, please.
I wholeheartedly agree. Rich, who was your favourite this month?
I hate to do it, and I hate to give this person, I hate to give them like a well done or that they're doing a good job, because I like to push them to make them do better. But his models really went up a level. They've gone from a 5 out of 10 to a 6 out of 10. He's done really well. So Josh, you are my favourite.
I thought for sure you were going to go, my favourite was me.
My favourite was me. Yeah.
My Grey Knight's just superior to everyone. I thought, no, thank you. That's very kind of you.
Particularly the Keeper of Secrets and Lord of Change. I just love the transitions in the cape and the wings. It just all really looks... I can't wait to see it in person.
You will.
Yeah.
In a matter of days now.
I'm gonna smite it.
It'll be this time next week. We'll have just finished. Well, we'll have finished it a little while ago.
We all would have won Goonhammer.
We'll have given it a damn good go.
We'll have somehow finished 3 joint places at first at Goonhammer. It was a 3-way tie for first.
Yeah.
After 6 games of Warhammer. Why wasn't it a 4th tie? 4-way tie. The fourth guy just didn't get there. Yeah, 6 games. 6 games over 2 days. That's what we're doing. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
It's going to be a lot.
It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be great to hang out. I'm hoping for, I've said this quite a few times in the last week or so, I am aiming for 3rd best army overall. That's what I'm going for.
I think you can aim higher. I think you're going to get best army.
Well, I don't.
There's a lot of competition, but
I don't want to say it. I'm aiming for 3rd. If I get 3rd, I'll be happy. If I get anything more than that, I'll be ecstatic. And if I get anything less than that, I will break the army with a bat.
Oh God! Please don't. It's really pretty. I'll take it off your hands. Can I have it?
Okay. Yeah. Sure. That makes more sense, doesn't it?
Yay!
Rather than obliterating it from the face of the earth.
No.
Yeah, no. Cracking episode of The Tale of Many Warhipsters. Of course, we are continuing with The Tale of Many Warhipsters with Chapter 5. So, what are we going to be painting, gentlemen? Have you decided? Because I know what I'm going to be doing.
I mean, it's been a weird one for me because most of my stuff has been focused, was focused on getting the sisters ready for the London Grand Tournament and obviously for Goonhammer, and that's sort of done. So I'll probably do some more work on the Thousand Sons. I'll probably do a little bit more work on the Drukhari. Maybe I'll get that squad of witches that I mentioned earlier, get a squad of them painted up. I think the next one on the Thousand Sons will be Ahriman and a squad of Scarab Occult Terminators. And then, apart from that, who knows? I might have some Tyranids in the pipeline for you to do. So I will. We'll try and get some of those on the table as well.
Sounds spicy. Rich, do you know any ideas?
I don't know. I feel like I'm probably going to go all over the place. So I've got the Black Templar box. So I'm quite excited to get some more Blade Guard looking things out. Maybe some Ultramarines because I've got some of them I want to do. But I think I'll go back to some Guard. I've got a couple tanks I want to do. So, yeah. Imperial Guard, Ultramarine, and my Custom Space Marine chapter / Black Templars will be in order. And maybe some sisters, because I've got a Dogmata to paint.
Very cool.
Nice.
I'm going to be doing pink horrors because I need to get them done today and tomorrow and Tuesday because they are coming with me to Goonhammer. So I'm going to get pink horrors done, and I'm going to try and get some blues and brimstones horrors done as well. And then after that, I might start dipping into Chaos Space Marines. Maybe.
Well, that's a good point.
I might.
I said New Year would be the year of chaos for me, so I'm going to hold off for the moment. But
So I might,
tempted me.
because the AOS part now, I added it up. Everything that I've painted and will paint for my army of demons at the moment. The thing I'm taking to Goonhammer is 2,000 points on the nose, so I'm going to win every matchup. But,
well, you've won, yeah, you've won.
Exactly. Not a single point wasted. But 2,000 points on the nose. Whereas in Age of Sigmar, it's closer to 3,000 points. So, Sigmar, I'm good. But, but
completed it. You completed it, mate.
Completed it. Done it. It's in the done pile. But in 40k, I might now look into adding some Disciples of Be'lakor in form of Heretic Astartes. So that might be fun. That might be fun.
Spicy.
Who knows?
Hey, snap.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. So, with all that in mind, Chapter 5. When is your deadline, ladies and gentlemen? Well, your deadline, and I will, as usual in this episode, I will put it up on the screen right now. It'll cover our beautiful faces for roughly 25 to 30 seconds. The deadline for the next episode of The Tale of Many Warhipsters is going to be the week commencing the 15th of November. So you have between the 15th and the 21st of November to get your submissions into me, and then we will of course be filming Chapter 5 and then onwards to Chapter 6. We'll be at the halfway point very soon. We've done a third of the year. A third of the story has been told after Chapter 4. Can you believe it?
It's been a very good third. I'm looking forward to see what the other two thirds
It's
are
the
like.
middle third. Some might say the beginning is done. Now we get into the meat of the middle, and then it's the end game.
We go into the dark forest and the fairy tale.
Yes, this is the point where we go into... Yeah, well, this is the point where we're running through the dark forest in the fairy tale, I suspect.
Yeah.
We've mustered our armies, and we've got our projects, and we're on our way, and then we're going to get lost hopelessly, and then we're going to all come together at the end for a huge monster mash. But yes... 15th week commencing the 15th of November. And, well, I don't think there's anything left to say. Do you have anything left to say? Any thoughts that you wish to share? Any wisdom you wish to impart? Any jokes you'd like to tell? Any anecdotes you'd like to share with us, either of you?
I don't have any wisdom. I say just keep them coming, guys. Just keep them coming.
It's probably the wisest thing anyone can say in this situation, isn't it?
Keep stroking that brush.
Yep.
Wondered where that was going for a second there, Rich, but good job, you nailed it.
It was initially worrying, and then it was resolved, which is exactly what we wanted. Yeah, no, so... yeah, so I think that's it then. So, thank you very much for watching. Have a great month. Have a great Chapter 5. Look forward to seeing all of your hobby next month. It will be absolutely fantastic as usual. And thank you so much for those of you who've stuck with the tale and they're continuing to tell their own stories across this fair planet of ours. It is absolutely amazing.
And happy Halloween, happy Thanksgiving. If you're in America, happy Thanksgiving. In Canada's already gone, so, you know... But just, yes, all your early happy Guy Fawkes Day or Bonfire Night, whatever it is, you know, all the festive holidays that begin to slowly happen at this time of year. May you enjoy them all.
I rewatched The Truman Show the other day, and it made me want to start signing every conversation off with, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Which is, you know, I think that's what we should be doing on this as well. We should be wishing happy holidays for all of the holidays that are coming up. So, yes, happy holidays to everybody out there throughout the month of October and November. And also happy birthday to anyone who has a birthday during this time.
Yeah, happy birthday, guys.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Right, well, I have been the Warhipster. You know where to find me. You are already here. You're watching me. But Adam... Bless me.
Bless you.
Adam, where
I
can
can be
people...
found at sneeze.no. You can find me on Instagram at ADR Wargaming, all one word, ADR Wargaming. Also on Twitter at ADR Wargaming. And I am on YouTube as 5 minute 40k. So youtube.com/5 minute 40k for sort of rules and videos on sort of short videos on rules and tactics and things like that.
That's fabulous. It sounded like I was allergic to other people promoting them. I promise I'm not, because Rez, where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Reza Prime. Short and sweet.
Short and sweet. Short and sweet.
Just like you.
Just okay. So before we get into that, we're gonna go. So thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Happy wargaming, ladies and gentlemen.
Bye.
Bye.
If you enjoyed this video, you love the channel, and you want to support me further like these legends and bosses on the screen before you, you can do so. Head to patreon.com/Warhipster or head to ko-fi.com/Warhipster. Alternatively, you can now become a YouTube channel member by heading to the channel page and clicking on the join button just here, just like these absolute bosses have done. And if you just want to shoot me a little thanks, just because you really love this video, you can click on the thanks button just below this video. Don't forget to share it, like it, comment on it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And to make sure you stay up to date, don't forget to click the bell icon. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all very soon in the next one. Happy wargaming.